Hello, everyone. In the aftermath of the fast yesterday, I want to share a story with you that has nothing to do with davening, so if you want to tune out, please feel free to do so. I was told about a yeshiva that decided that fasting is detrimental to learning Torah, and therefore they stayed up all night Monday night. They ate, they drank. Eventually, it was time to stop doing that because the fast began at dawn. They davened, they went to sleep, and they slept most of the day, so that indeed, when they woke up, they had around 3-4 hours left of the fast, and they ate, and their learning Torah was not affected, quote, end quote. I'm going to start by saying they did nothing wrong. They indeed fasted when they were supposed to fast, and they indeed ate when they were supposed to eat. I'm also going to add that in my humble opinion, they practiced exactly what the Ramban Nachmanides says is a naval bereshut haTorah, literally a menuval with the permission, quote unquote, of the Torah. And I'm going to explain why. Number one, who told these yeshiva bachers that learning Torah is more important than anything, even more important than the experience, the spiritual experience of fasting? So that they go ahead and say, well, we'll stay up all night and we won't feel the fast at all during the day, simply because learning Torah is more important than fasting. Who gave them that idea? There is a Gemara in Moed Katan that talks about the fact that maybe Talmud Torah is more important, but the Gemara gets to the conclusion that that's only if the mitzvah can be done by someone else. The fasting cannot be done by someone else. And therefore, if the idea of fasting is to liftoach darkei tshuva, as we said yesterday, is to be a means to do tshuva, that's not something that someone else can do in your place. So if you didn't feel uncomfortable yesterday, if there is no moment at the day that you started to think, hey, why do I have a headache now? Why is it that my stomach feels empty? Then you're not going to go through that tshuva process, and no one else can do it in your place. So who gave them the right to understand and to thus practice that learning Torah is more important than everything else? Number two, if they do think so, then unfortunately they're liable for a terrible Gemara in Yerushalmi that says as follows. The Gemara in Yerushalmi, Perek Aleph of Brachot, Halacha Bet, says that anyone that comes along and says that I'm going to learn Torah but not practice it, it's better, I quote, that he was not born into this world. In other words, he has an address problem on his hands. He actually came to the wrong place. There's a mitzvah. It's fasting. It's very uncomfortable. We all agree. However, this is part and parcel of the Jewish experience. And to go ahead and to do everything possible not to experience it is very much like the famous story alleged of someone that didn't like the whole idea of Purim. So he made sure to be in Tel Aviv during the day of Purim that's celebrated in Yerushalayim, and in Yerushalayim on the day that Purim celebrated in Tel Aviv. And number three, and this is the most important, this period of time is not there to make us uncomfortable. There is no mitzvah to torture yourself. Everyone has their tricks of how to prepare for a fast day. You get up early in the morning, you eat grapes, you have this pill, that pill. All of those are fine and legitimate. However, the fast itself is there for a reason. It's to make you feel uncomfortable a bit so that you start going ahead and fixing things in this world. And to miss out on that experience by sleeping all day is missing out on what Jewish law wanted to put in place, and that is a means to make the world a better place. So it's really unfortunate, in my opinion, that an entire yeshiva, able bodies, 18-year-olds plus, missed out on this experience, missed out on an experience to make the world a better place, and did so in a time when the world desperately needs a lot of fixing. We're in the midst of a war that's far from over. We're in the midst of a terrible situation that we have not been in during these 3 weeks for a very long time. And we need everyone's help. Everyone's help to think, how can we make the world a better place right now? Everyone has an obligation to indeed look in the mirror while they're uncomfortable fasting and asking, what can I do to make this world a better place? So I hope and pray that this is an isolated event. And God willing, as time goes on, nobody will think that this mitzvah is more important than that mitzvah. They will indeed fast as prescribed, feel a little uncomfortable, and hopefully we will reap the benefits of them feeling uncomfortable during the fast.